Hi friends, my name is Brandi Horton. I will be faculty at Licensing School 2020. They've asked us to do a brief introduction of ourselves and a little bit about our call story. So I'm currently serving as the Senior Associate Pastor at First Methodist Houston. Before that, I served Deer Park United Methodist Church. I'm also married to a pastor. My husband David is at St. Luke's United Methodist Church, the Gethsemane campus. We have one daughter. Her name is Caroline, and she is almost 3 years old. So a little bit about my call. I never thought that I would be doing this, not in a million years. I grew up in the church. I grew up in the United Methodist Church at First Methodist Hallsville, and I went to Texas A&M for my undergrad. I started undergrad as an accounting major. I didn't love that. I think my words were, "This does not make my soul sing." So I became an English major. To that English major, I added a journalism minor, and then I added a political science major, and then I added a certificate in race, gender, and ethnicity politics. If it sounds like a lot, it's because it is. And it's not that I was just that ambitious. It was more that I was just that confused. I didn't know how to use my gifts for the world. I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. I was studying for my LSAT to go to law school. I was studying for my GRE. And nothing was fitting until one of my childhood friends asked me, "Brandi, what do you love to do?" And I told her, well, I love to work for the church. I love to think about how Bible studies interact with worship. I love to plan for what we're going to do in mission to the world. And then I looked at her and said, but people don't do that for a job. And she laughed and said, actually they do. They're called pastors. And that sent me on this journey to discover how I was being called. I ended up interning in the Texas Annual Conference that summer as a pastoral intern, and it was a fantastic experience that told me that yes, in fact, this is what I wanted to do. From there, I immediately went to Duke after graduation, and the rest is kind of history. I met David there, and we've been serving in the Texas Annual Conference ever since graduation. It has been a joy and a gift to be in pastoral ministry. One of the things that I believe about calling, though, is that calling is continually unfolding. So my calling is still being told to me by the Spirit. And so I hope that in this season of learning through licensing school that you will be attentive to the ways that the Spirit is calling you forward. I look forward to meeting all of you and hearing your stories.